Hi everyone, welcome to the new video. So in this video we will just discuss what are the different types of analysis we just have, right? So we just have like univariate analysis, bivariate analysis, multivariate analysis, and like how we can just analyze continuous data and how we can just analyze categorical data, like, right? And also if you just want to find the analysis or the relationship between categorical and continuous data, so what kind of methods we just have. So all those things we will just discuss in this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and also like the video. So with that, let's start this. So these are the three types of analysis, like univariate analysis and bivariate and multivariate. So let's discuss first univariate analysis. So let's decode this word, right? Univariate. So uni means single, variate means variable, right? So analyzing single variable is called as univariate analysis. So what kind of variables we just have? We just have categorical data as well as continuous data, right? Like categorical variable and continuous variable. So what kind of analysis we can just use for categorical data, and what kind of analysis we can just do for continuous data, right? So let's discuss that. So this is categorical data and continuous data. Like categorical data in the sense, for example, let's say gender, right? So gender is a categorical data. So how can you just analyze gender? How can you just find insight? So one way is using frequency tables, right? Count, right? For example, let's say in gender we just have male and female. So frequency count will just tell you what is the count of males in the data and what's the count of females in the data, right? So this is also one kind of categorical, like univariate analysis. We are just analyzing only this variable, gender. So you can see frequency count, right? Frequency, using this frequency count, we can just able to analyze the categorical data. So in this video, I'm just not explaining any kind of code, right? How can you just analyze this using actual data? So I have already created videos regarding this. I have already created videos on, you can just check my pandas playlist as well as the matplotlib playlist, right? So there I just discussed all these kind of things. So yeah, so you can see through this is frequency count, right? So through frequency count you can able to analyze the categorical data, and also you can just use bar plot, right? So even the bar plot are used to give the frequency, right? So for example, let's say male and female, so it will just give you the frequency of male and also it will just give the frequency of female, right? So you can able to use the bar chart as well. So apart from this, there are many other tests. So I hope you understood. These are some of the tests, some of the methods through which you can just able to analyze the categorical data. So that's fine. That's the categorical data. And how can you just analyze the continuous data? Continuous data we have already seen, right? Like the mean, median, right? So for example, let's say you just have a continuous data in the sense like age, right? Age of people. So you can just use mean to analyze this variable, right? So mean is one way where you can just use to analyze this continuous variable, right? Continuous variable. And also you can just use, apart from this, you can just use histogram, right? You can just able to plot the continuous data using histogram, and also you can just use box plot. So these are the methods where you can just analyze the continuous variable, right? Single continuous variable. Like if you want to understand how you can just implement these using, like how you can just implement tactically, right? So if you just want to understand that, so you can just check that previous playlist, right? Pandas and matplotlib playlist. So that's this univariate analysis, analyzing single variable. And the next one is bivariate analysis. So bivariate analysis in the sense, bi means two, right? Variate means variables. So analyzing two variables is called as bivariate analysis. So what are all the different kind of combinations we just have, right? We have this continuous and categorical data, right? So continuous and categorical data. So this is one kind of combination, right? To analyze continuous data, like to analyze bi means two, right? So two variables. So one variable can be continuous and the one can be categorical. And similarly, the other combination is we can have like categorical and categorical, right? Both the variables can be categorical variables. And the next combination is we can have a continuous and continuous, right? So both variables can be continuous variables. So this kind of combination we just have like continuous categorical, like categorical and continuous and continuous. So this kind of combination we just have. So for each kind of combinations, what tests, what kind of methods, what kind of functions we just have. So let's discuss that. So for continuous and categorical data, so for this we just have a group by function, right? So I hope you know what is group by function. So if you don't know, like, you can just able to watch my pandas playlist. There I just created this pandas group by operation. So what we used to do in a group by operation, right? So we used to group the data. So for example, let's say if we have data df, right? So df dot group by of, so we just have df dot group by operation, where you can just able to analyze a continuous variable and a categorical variable. And similarly, if you want to use, if you want to analyze categorical and categorical data, like if the two variables are categorical variables, you can able to use chi-square test, and as well as we can able to use the cross tab operation, right? Pandas cross tab operation as well. So these are the two types of tests we just, like, if you want to analyze categorical and categorical data. And when it comes to continuous and like if the both variables are continuous, right? So if the both variables are continuous, so what kind of tests, what kind of functions you can just use? So we just have scatter plot, right? So we already discussed scatter plot in the when we are just using matplotlib. So using the scatter plot, we can able to plot two continuous variables like x-axis and y-axis. So we can able to analyze, we can able to plot the scatter plot, and we can able to analyze these two continuous variables. So these are some of the tests for let's say bivariate analysis. So these are the three types of combinations we just have, and the tests for those combinations, right? Like for different combinations we used to have different kind of tests. So that's this bivariate analysis. And similarly, what is multivariate analysis? We just have multiple variables, right? So one of the most widely used tests for multivariate analysis is PCA, right? Principal component analysis. So when you have two variables, when you have bivariate analysis, when you are just analyzing two variables, definitely you can able to plot, right, in x-axis and y-axis. And if you are using univariate, you can able to even you can just able to do that. You can able to plot that, right? But when it comes to multiple variables, if you have multiple variables, it's very difficult to plot all the variables, right? So that's why we can't able to plot the multivariable, like all the variables in a plot. So what this PCA will do means, for example, let's say you just have 5 variables, right? Variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, variable 4, and variable 5. So if you want to analyze all these 5 variables, so what the PCA will do means, it's a dimensionality reduction technique. So since you just have 5 variables, you can able to reduce this to whatever the number of components you just want. For example, let's say you just want to reduce it to 3 components, right? 3 principal components. So 3 components. So we used to call it as PC1, PC2, and PC3. So these are the 3 principal components. The data which is present in these 5 variables will be reduced to these 3 variables, these 3 components, PC1, PC2, PC3, right? So that's this principal component analysis. So we will discuss all these things in the future videos as well. So the main intention of creating this video is to understand what are the types of variables we just have, like what kind of analysis we just have, and for each analysis, for example, let's say for each analysis, what kind of functions, what kind of tests you can just use it. So that's the main intention of creating this video. So if you have any doubts, mention in the comment section as well. Or let's say you just want to if you want to do it practically, what are the tests we just mentioned in this video? If you want to do it practically, if you want to practice that, so I have already created videos. You can just check the pandas as well as matplotlib playlist. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope this video is helpful for you. So make sure to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. So with that, I will just see you in the next video. Take care and thanks for watching.